Hi, everybody. It's author Tonya Ellis with an episode of Write This, My Author Interview Show. And it is Black Children's Book Week, and I'm excited to welcome on children's author Zariah Cherry. She is join me now. Hello. I'm so happy to see you. I'm going to send you an invite, and you can join me on. Welcome you and to learn about your journey and all the amazing things that you've been doing since you started writing and publishing just a couple of years ago. So let's see, I've sent the invitation, click it, and you can join on with me. Let's see what we got. Yeah, I've sent you the invitation. Just click the button and you can join right on. And put a message in the comments if you're having trouble or you need any help. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, I gave somebody tried to join that wasn't Zariah. Okay. And another person trying to join. So I clicked the button. She should be able to be on here. I don't know what's going on. Let me see. View the request. Yes. You know, there's always something going on when you're doing live. Now, I'm going to send you the invitation, so just click it and you should be able to join me. Make sure that you're on your phone, not a computer, because if you're on a computer, you can't join. Yay, there you are. How you
Hi.
doing? I'm so glad to see you. Yes. You know, I got the time mixed up and I was on here when you were still in school. So I'm so happy to see you.
Yeah, I got out like maybe an hour, few minutes.
Yes, yes. And Zariah, I'm so proud of all you've done, you know, through the time when I first saw you at your school. You've done so many wonderful things, and we all want to applaud all that you've done as an author.
Thank you.
Yes. Now, how many books do you have?
I have two. I actually bought them. So I have the first one, Lulu the Lollipop Girl. Then I have the second one, Lulu Gets a Brother.
Those are beautiful. Hold them back up again so we can see them. Oh, those are so nice. And actually, this fall, when you were at the gingerbread market in our neighborhood, your mom came by and I had intended to come see you, but it was so hot out. Miss Tanya almost passed out. So I said, I'll have to catch her later. But I saw some of your books and all that you were doing there. So you have a sister as well, don't you? Do you have a twin sister?
I have an identical twin sister.
Oh, that's good. Now, does she like to write too?
She does. She actually wrote a book.
Oh, okay. So is she going to join you with your publishing business?
Uh, yes, we are working together on the publishing business because that's why we needed Double Trouble.
Okay. Oh, that sounds so cute. Cute. Now you won in the Black Children's Book Week competition a few years back, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
So can you tell us a little bit about that? What did you do? What was that about?
So the bookwork competition was basically we had to share our books about what we wrote in the story. And actually, I got in like a couple minutes before the last person was doing it because I almost missed it because we did it a little bit more later than we had expected. So I did everything. I said what my story was about, the title, and it was just the voting.
Wow, well, that's wonderful. Is that one of the books that you have published now, or is that a different story?
It's one of the ones I have published right now.
Okay, this is wonderful. So how did you feel when you won?
Uh, I was excited. I also was proud of myself for doing this because I've always wanted to, and I've achieved my
Right.
goals.
Right, that is amazing. And I think that I saw you, Zariah, when I was a couple of years ago, I went to the Texas Book Festival in Austin. Now, were you at that or were you participating in that? Do you remember?
I might have.
Yeah, you've been everywhere. What are some of the book festivals you've been participating in?
So we have gone national. So we went to a school in, let's see, DC. So we went
Wow.
down there, and then we did in Louisiana, Texas. We did a couple like up north in Georgia. We did one in Georgia. We just did them like for the schools, so we had to fly there, and then we had to like we. I got on so many planes in one weekend. It was crazy.
Wow, so you're really doing it up. Some of the other authors that are way older than you haven't had that, done that many out of town visits and things like that. That's amazing. Now, what about your television
Um,
appearances?
I've done a couple of them. I've done a radio station in Louisiana. I've done Good Morning Houston. Um, I've done a couple of the other ones for the interviews.
Okay. Now, before you had published your book, did you have any experience talking to the press and doing things like that with or
Um,
appearing on shows and things like that?
well, my grandmother, I had a little bit of experience because my grandmother, she actually was very good in like the sort of thing of community helping and community all of that. Right now she's retired, but she works like every day sometimes. So she's not really retired. She's retired, but she also helps out.
Hmm.
So she actually got a few awards. So me and my twin and my younger sister, we've been there supporting her. So we do some of those things.
That's wonderful.
I
So I
didn't
know
have I
she's so
didn't
proud.
have like that much experience because it wasn't really on TV and I didn't really like to be really in the moment, like in the spotlight that much
Hmm.
because it was kind of nerve-wracking.
Yeah, but this is such an inspiration for other kids to see all you're doing. And also for parents, this shows how children are looking at what we're doing and the examples that we set can inspire the children to do different things. So this is wonderful. So when is your sister going to join you? What's your book called with her again?
So we haven't done a book together. We are planning on to, but we made a publishing company that will help like other kids to make books. So
Oh,
it's
this
called
is
Double
amazing.
Trouble.
Oh, Double Trouble. That is awesome. I just love hearing about this. Yeah. Now, is
And
your sister there or no?
uh no,
Okay.
so currently she's taking a nap because she's sick today.
Oh, well, I hope she's feeling better. Yeah.
Yeah, she'll feel better eventually. This is her book.
Oh, this is so cute. What is that called? I can't see that with you.
So, The Goblins and the Magical Unicorn. So, basically, her book is about goblins. You know, goblins have a bad reputation of being like naughty, and they don't really have a good reputation of being nice. So, her book is based on Don't Judge a Book by Its Cover. So, basically, it has an evil sorcerer. That's his castle up there, and they save the unicorns, and the three of them become the guardians of the forest. So, that's Sky, the main character. Well, all three of them are the main characters. So that's Sky, Flutter, and Snickers.
Oh, this is wonderful. Now, have you thought your books, are they fantasy type stories too, or what are they, the
So
storylines on
mine are
those?
like kind of relating to like the world, like cavities and in this book like getting a younger sibling.
Hmm.
I want to expand and do like nonfiction books and do like hidden rooms and all the stuff that kids usually like because kids really like when there's a lot of like not a lot of drama but like when it's a topic that's not really bad,
Hmm.
we really like those type of books.
Okay. Now, how old are you? How old
um
are you?
i i turn I just turned 12.
Oh my goodness. So you got started. So you started writing your books or publishing when you were about 9?
Hmm.
Is it? Okay, this is amazing. Now, where do you want to go with your writing? What kind of things do you aspire to do?
um I just want to inspire kids like my age or younger to do whatever they feel that's happy because my mom said if you find a job you love, you will never have to work a day in your life because you like the job so much it just feels so natural.
Right. And that's so true. Yes. And
So
then, yeah,
what I'm planning on doing for the rest of my life, I guess, is just helping others, inspiring others, and just writing books because that's what I really love to do.
sounds so sweet. Now, have other children asked you about writing or tried to get
Um,
advice from you?
They have really when we do book events, but I haven't really like talked to my classmates about it because my book life and my school life is kind of separated
Mm.
because I have one life is my regular life and then my school life and then my book life. So I don't really talk about my book life that much
Mm-hmm.
just because
That's good.
I don't really want to be the center of attention, like asking questions like how do you start a book? You're so cool. Like I don't really like to do like be the center of anything.
Right. So you like to keep it kind of low
Yeah.
key when you're doing
I
your
mean, I've done
schoolwork.
something good and amazing, but I don't really like to blurt it out.
Okay. That's good. But just you even going to your events is a good way to share what you're doing with the world and to people who will come up and ask you questions,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
So we had two boys that wanted to make comic books. So we were going to do like a little group chat where we would inspire each other for different books.
Oh, okay. Let's stop for a minute. So you did a group chat with your friends that wanted to do comic books or the other kids.
Mhm. The kids that we so when we went to the book events, little kids would come, like maybe babies, but also other kids. So we would just tell them about books by Zariah, and we would tell them about Double Trouble to help them publish their book.
Right, right. So how did you feel when you held those books in your hand, when you held your book?
Um, I felt proud of myself because I've always wanted to make a book ever since I was about 4 or 5. I've always loved taking pieces of paper and just writing paragraph, just making books. I've always loved it. So me actually having a book feels very accomplished towards me because when someone has something that they really want to do in their life, you you feel complete. So it's like this. When you have it's like I'm gonna bring this into your heart. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
So when you have your heart, you have a lot of different steps that make your heart your heart. Every step has different things inside of them, making you you. So your family, your friends, um, your everything. So with books, it's like these books are like kind of a piece of me because I've loved doing it and the accomplishment has filled my heart with joy. If that makes sense.
Oh, oh, I love that. That's so nice. Yeah. And I love how you articulate that. So very good. Now, can you share? So you'll be publishing with your sister. Now, you also mentioned that you had dyslexia. So how has that impacted the writing, or how has that played a role?
So dyslexia is, well, let me first tell you what dyslexia is for anyone on that doesn't know what it is. So dyslexia is a condition where it shows us reading and writing. Our reading and writing isn't really on point. So everyone's brain is if this makes sense. Everyone's brain is wired a particular way. Everyone's brain is wired differently. But the way teachers teach, they teach the regular way that kids usually have their brains fixed.
Right.
When kids have dyslexia or any other disorder, their brains are wired a lot different than the usual average kid. So we have trouble with the topics. Like, it's usually reading and writing, but depending on what dyslexia you have, because there are very different versions of dyslexia you can have. Like, I could be very good at reading and writing, but I could be very bad at science. It just depends on what type of dyslexia you have.
Mm.
Like
Okay, I didn't know
good
that.
at I could be terrible at reading and writing, but I could be good at everything else. It's
Hmm.
like the wiring of your brain is different depending on whichever one.
Right. Okay. So you're a wonderful advocate for that because you're so articulate and you've accomplished so much at a young age. So this gives inspiration for kids that might be struggling with different areas to see that they can do it. Yeah. So do you speak with groups that focus on dyslexia? I noticed that you had mentioned some of that on your page,
Um,
but
yes, we actually are going to a we're going to a book event where there's going to be like the whole event is wrapped around dyslexia.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping to do like what I do best, like say, "Hi, my name is Zariah. I'm I am dyslexic, but I'm a kid." And every kid in their dyslexia, tying back to dyslexia, even though they might be good at some things, they have other ways of doing it. Like if I were to write, like how I write, because I have dyslexia and my type of dyslexia, when I write a book, it helps me with my dyslexia.
Oh, okay.
So a teacher, she told me that her kid had dyslexia, and what he would do, he would, instead of doing the assignment, he would sing it, like do a rap.
Mm-hmm.
So his
Oh, that's cool.
dyslexia is tied to rapping and singing songs to help him with it.
Wow, this is really cool. And this just shows, we all have different ways of processing and learning. And that is amazing. And I know there are many famous people who have dyslexia as
Yes,
well.
I think the richest person in the world had dyslexia.
Mm-hmm.
He did a meet and greet, and so the way he was talking, I could sort of tell he had dyslexia, but not as so much. So he did a live saying that dyslexia isn't a disability, it's really just us thinking in different ways.
Right, exactly. Well, this is it's so nice. I'm just happy to get to sit down and talk to you because I had done a school visit at your school all those years ago, and then your mother reached out to me. And then you have just shot up like a rocket. She said, I get messages all the time for people saying they want to write and all this. And I said, okay, I'll give them information. But you guys have taken all this information and just done so many things. And I just applaud you for all that you've been doing. And I want to see what you do. And also, your mother has done so much to help support your dreams. So I'm sure you appreciate her
Yes,
or your family
I
members.
appreciate all my family members a lot because they support me and they help me through the ways of doing it. I really appreciate them because they help me through the journey. My mom, most of all, she helps me take out the pieces of the book that make sense. Because I had dyslexia, I just wrote a copy
Mhm.
of it, and so we did it like in the actual English, sort of. So we did the way, so she wanted to do it the way of how I did it, like how I wrote it. She wanted to do it that way,
Mhm.
but we ended up doing it like the way of the actual words. So
Okay.
I'm very appreciative of my mom because she has done a lot to help me through everything I've done and accomplished. And she's helped me with all the steps of finding an illustrator. So we actually made our own illustrator company because I was too young. Well, I wasn't too young, but they didn't want to take me because I was young.
Mhm.
So finding a illustrator to actually do the pictures, but actually walking through how I wanted the book to look,
Mhm.
getting the actual book, getting the stuff with the book, like all the gift sets we have.
This is amazing. So you're really learning to run your own publishing company, basically.
Hmm.
And your mother has done so much, and this is an inspiration for parents as well to see what our children can do when they're given that support. So that's wonderful. So what are your next steps? What are some things that Books by Zaria has in the works?
I have a cookbook working on. I have to finish it.
Ah,
So basically, because my first book is about eating healthier and brushing your teeth, so we wanted to do a cookbook to write the actual cookbook and get like recipes that kids could make,
oh, that's
just
fun.
like a little healthy snack.
Oh, that
And
sounds fun.
I'm working on a cat book, so I can do like other books and not just like kid books. I can do like my age type of books, type of feeling.
Oh, you mean like a cat is the character or what?
Yeah, so basically the cat is the
Mm.
character. I love
Oh,
cats.
okay.
So I wanted to do cat
Oh,
books next.
that sounds so fun, Zaria. Okay, well, those are all the questions. There's been so many wonderful comments here, people encouraging you and your mother and all you've done. And I am very proud of you. I'm so happy to celebrate you during Black Children's Book Week and to shine the light on the amazing things that you've done to
Thank
encourage us all. Yeah, because you're doing so good, girl. So just keep it up and keep us posted on all you're doing. Where can people follow you to find out about your books?
So we have, we have an Instagram account, Books by Zaria. So they will tie to the other Instagram accounts for Zoe and the other ones. So we actually have a couple of my books in like stores. So we have
Mhm.
them in Barnes and Nobles. We have them on. We have them on. What is it? We have on Walmart, but if you get them on Walmart, so I take the books and I personally sign them before they're shipped off. So if there's something wrong with the copies, I make sure they get post aside. But with the with Walmart, they just as soon as they're copied, they just ship them off, so they don't know what
Mhm.
is yes or wrong with them. So also I autograph them myself.
Wow. Wow, this is so cool. Well, I am so happy to see all that you're doing. Thank you for taking this time to join us. And
And my website is booksbyzara.com, so it'll just show my website and the
okay,
books.
so booksbyzaria.com is her website where you can purchase books. Also on walmart.com. Are they on Amazon?
Yes, they are on Amazon. So if you just look up
Okay.
Zara, I think they're on Amazon. I think we're working on it, but
Okay.
it's on Amazon.
Okay,
Mark's
Amazon
by
as
side.
well. And her Instagram is Books by Zaria. So you can follow her there to see all the events she participates in and all the other amazing things she does. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm inspired. I got to get back to work listening to you. I need to do some more, get back to writing and get to work. And I wish you all the best of luck, you and your sister, and all that you're doing. And I hope I'll be seeing you around at other book events.
Okay, I'm pretty sure you will be. Thank
Yes.
you for inviting me for this interview.
Okay. Thank you, Zaria. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And we'll see you
Thank you.
next week for another episode of Write This. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.